Alright. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's andI'll here. Welcome to the video. Coming to you from my home office, actually. And I wanted to pull out the camera and have a conversation with you over the next, 2.5, maybe 3.5 minutes on how to start a group home for elderly. And as a business perspective, a business model breakthrough video, I just got to say, I'm not promising or guaranteeing you results here. I'm sharing with you my experiences, my story, and really ultimately the whole idea is to give you enough information by the end of this video so you can get an understanding and know exactly, how to build a business to get the results that you want, alright, whatever those results are. And with a group home, with a group home for elderly people, like a retirement home in a sense, but more so private, like a home setting. When it comes to this, I actually have really close family, and they're doing this, and they're not business owners with it, but they're employed with the business and pretty high up there when it comes to, CEO, boss, and they're managing, their employees. They have people who rotate through different shifts, and having seen that business start from the ground up and actually having become really close friends with the business owner who started the group home for not just people who are retired, but also they switch it up sometimes if there's no customers. Some people, they pass on, and they switch it up with people who are disabled. They have a group home for them as well. And having seen them start the business, and I talked to the lady who actually started it. She actually got involved because she wanted to start it because it was simple. She wanted to start the business because she knew she could, make money, and she also liked helping people out. And if you're looking at it for very similar reasons and purposes, from a business standpoint, an opportunity standpoint, sometimes dealing with the overhead associated with a home, with a home, you're looking at, an investment of a home. That is strictly for seniors, senior people, elderly people, people who are older. And not just that, you're dealing with the stuff that's required with it, which is simple work, not to get me wrong, but unless you're looking at this from like a franchise business model perspective where you have a bunch of different group homes in different settings around the city and around, the world essentially, I would advise you, before you consider starting, a group home for elderly, before you take this business approach, I've got a tip I want to throw your way here. If you're looking at this, and only if you're looking at this from a business and income opportunity standpoint, to make money, to build a business, to have time, freedom, flexibility, to do what you want. And this will save you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of late nights and frustration, if that's what you're looking for out of this business. And the lead I want to throw your way before you consider starting a group home for elderly is really what happened to me going back about a year ago. And these are important principles and concepts you're going to want to pay attention to out of anything in this video. Because I came across a person about 15 months ago who was building a business in a way where they were not dealing with, supplies, equipment, employees, They weren't dealing with the upfront investment of $100,000 plus home, And because they weren't dealing with that to operate a business, building a business on the internet from their home, because they're doing this without that overhead, without managing and dealing with equipment, supplies, employees, all that stuff that I just mentioned, I started to model and copy what they're doing because this person was making more money every month than I was making a whole year. High multiple 6, almost 7-figure income, just themselves, just for their family. And they weren't dealing with that. They had time freedom, location freedom, the ability, pardon me, as you can tell, this is right off the cuff. I've got a tickle in my throat, but bear with me. But because they had location freedom, time freedom, flexibility, and location freedom, meaning they're able to build their business anywhere in the world, wherever there's internet connection. Because they were doing that, I started to model and copy what they're doing. Less than 30 days later, I was able to create a full-time income business working part-time, modeling what they shared with me about how they were building their business on the internet without any of that stuff, making a high profit margin and a very low overhead. And those are not average or typical results. I am not guaranteeing you the same results. In fact, if you're not willing to learn, not willing to work, looking to get rich quick, business is not for you. It doesn't matter if it's an online business or an offline business, but I can't emphasize it enough. The whole reason why I shared that with you is because if you're only looking at starting a group home business for elderly people because you want to build yourself an income, build yourself a business that's reliable, consistent, and steady, if that's really what you're looking for, you don't have, passions about, elderly, not saying that in a bad way, but you're not really passionate about the business model, you're more so looking at it from a business opportunity standpoint, learn to build a business on the internet if that's really what you're looking for. That way, with the right guidance and the right help online, you don't have to deal with that overhead, but not just that, you can create a very lucrative income for yourself and business for yourself in a short period of time without having to take 6 to 12 months to 3 years trying to figure out if you got to get a loan, which I wouldn't suggest you get a loan to start a business. I've seen people do that and take like 10, 20, 30 years to pay off their debts. It's not cool. So that's just my experience. That's my tip. If you're looking to build a business to create leverage, time, freedom, flexibility, learn to build a business on the internet. And there's a lot of noise out there, which is why I'd suggest connecting with someone first who's willing to connect with you. And that's what broke me through, so I'm sure it can break you through as well. Appreciate you. It's been fun. I look forward to seeing your success story. This is a wrap, and make sure if at the end of this video you'd like to learn more information about how to build a business on the internet. If you're not afraid of working, not afraid of some, learning, connect with me on my site. Check it out. It's 123marketingtips.com. I'll put the link down below in the description, and I'll see you on the beaches of the world. Take care.